Good day, ladies and gents. Welcome to the Fairway Fit Golf Podcast, where two friends get together to talk about how we are trying to look good, feel good, and play good. Let's go. All right, welcome back, Fairway Fit Golf fans. I've got Brad here, and we are excited because it is the holiday week. Greg, happy 3 days away Thanksgiving.
Happy pre-Thanksgiving. Yeah, sure. I would say 3. I'd give it
4 days.
Tuesday, Wednesday, 2 days.
2-day Thanksgiving. All right. Well, happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it's late on Monday. You might as well cut Monday short. So.
Happy Turkey Week.
Yeah,
Turkey
there
week,
you go.
Although, I have to ask. I mean, you're a turkey guy? We don't actually do turkey.
What?
So it's not necessarily myself. It is where I go. I go to my mom's house, and he doesn't like turkey. So for many
It's just
many
like
years,
a lifelong thing.
For him, I think it is. For me, it's not. I could do turkey.
Okay, is he a ham guy?
Oysters.
That is absolutely ridiculous.
So it's usually a ham, and it's usually
John
oysters.
Smith and Pocahontas were not shucking oysters.
I don't think John Smith and Pocahontas had anything to do with Thanksgiving, but
of course they did. Wasn't the very first Thanksgiving just like the Indians and the Pilgrims sitting down to have a meal?
Yes, but I also think it was in like September, maybe even early August, depending.
Nah, I bet it was Thanksgiving.
It was still that fourth
late, fourth Thursday of November.
So I don't know. It could be like every other holiday now. It's just commercial to make money and sell Black Friday gifts and all that stuff. So
no, I'm a big person of you cannot decorate for Christmas until and after Thanksgiving. Like there's a whole holiday in between Halloween and Christmas. Now my wife battles me on it every year.
Is the tree up already?
No.
Yeah, ours is up.
You know why?
I left
because I'm the person that's got to get it down.
That I wish I had that. I don't. I usually go play golf on one of the weekends, and when I always come back, it's like, you did that, huh? And then
I mean, no, I will say this: the year Elise was born, we did it early. Just because she was December 11th baby, and we didn't want to just get surprised and then come home and the house was decorated and everything like that. Gotcha. So we had family coming in that year, so that was the one year I bent on it and said, okay, we'll do it before Thanksgiving just to be sure.
Yeah, I was like you. I argued it for a long time, but now just, you know what, if it makes them happy, they get into it, and it's not really in my way.
Yeah, but you got to be thankful before you are getting gifts.
I would agree. I think
it's Thanksgiving sets the tone for Christmas. You're thankful for stuff, and then you get some stuff. You're grateful for it after that.
I'm with you. I'm not. I would be right there waiting, and it could go up Friday. I could care less after Thanksgiving, but
yeah. But Friday's always the day.
But I'm with you. But you know what? It's one of those things I wasn't worth battling this year, and the oldest one being a little bit more opinionated. She, watching Hallmark movies constantly. I think she's in the Christmas mood, and
I'll tell her this. I'll give her the script for every Hallmark movie ever made. Rich male or female goes back home to their hometown, poor town, mostly the country. Helps out old fling and or old friend that is struggling business, that isn't making much money. They ultimately start to fall in love, but then gets taken away from work. It ends bad. There's something bad that happens. They leave. They end up coming back right at Christmas Eve. They say, you know what? I quit my job. I'm going to save your company. And they kiss and cue snowfall.
Under pretty mistletoe. Much. You forgot mistletoe. That's it. Just
but even mistletoe. If there doesn't even have to be mistletoe. There's a mistletoe somewhere in that video,
probably early in that
movie, but at the same time, like legitimately, like I can sit here and watch every Hallmark movie with Laura. And
when is the last time you watched a Hallmark movie?
Last year at this time, for sure.
Okay.
Because I mean, if Laura records like
Okay.
17 to 20 of them.
Yeah, just wait till
And
Elise
so-
starts watching them too. But
Oh yeah.
so what Court created, she created Hallmark Christmas movie bingo, and it literally is a little check sheet, and every single one of them basically are in
Yeah,
there.
I
You
mean,
just gotta when you're watching it, you can do it. So shout out to her, and nice little idea to take credit for. So, but yeah, so we're back. It is the holiday. Good weather, bad weather, got a lot going on, but usually around Thanksgiving, we've got Turkey Shootout to talk about. And this just past week, we were able to get together and we had our Turkey Shootout run by our good friend Jack, who's probably he's been running it for a couple years, but you guys have been taking place in this tournament for.
He's been organizing it ever since we started doing it, even at Reston National.
Okay.
He was always the one that was the point guy for Reston National to get all of our groups in line and together and stuff like that. He's separated out and ran his own. I would say it started COVID year. Where
we've been going to hit did for about 3 or 4 years.
He did his own at Reston National during COVID year, where we had our own rules and we just set up, like 12 tee times. And then after that, the next year they tried to jack up prices on him, and that's when he moved it over to Hidden Creek. So I would say probably this is year 4.
But how many of you guys been doing this? Almost, I want to say 12 years, right?
Yeah, probably 12, 13, maybe more.
Maybe even more. Yeah. And I've been a part of a good amount of them. Definitely not all of them like you have done, but I've been a part of a good amount. And as everyone knows from our last episode, this is where I had to arrive to the golf course, ready to look like I was more ready to work out than I was to play golf.
No, it looks like you just got out of the workout. Remember, Tiger had that regime of just that regimented pre-round workout.
Had to activate the muscles, and I did get asked who won the pickup game beforehand. So it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. And we'll show you a picture here of
hopefully somebody asked you your stat line.
Didn't go that far. They probably knew I just sat the bench like I did in high school on the basketball teams. It's just a lot of high school guys.
I mean, you got a state ring from coaching, though, don't you?
2 of them.
Yeah, there you go. Two.
It's a great coaching job. Stay out of the way. That's kind of what our motto was on that team. But anyway, so we were able to come together. And yeah, I was had to pay off my bet. I did so. I thought I did a pretty decent job. Had a little help from the wife. It was
you nailed it. You nailed it.
It was pretty good. Even had the Sunday red during the round. Had to get some newer pants. I didn't have any black pants, but made it work. Sunday red. We were able to go out there. The weather ended up being pretty good. A little better this year than it was last year.
And had me worried on the way out there, though.
It did at times, but the sun came out for a little bit. It never got warm. Even when the sun came out, I felt like a couple guys were shedding their pullovers and everything, but they ended up coming right back on because but the winds died down. There was a little breeze, but it wasn't bad. It ended up being course I actually thought was in pretty decent shape. The greens were pretty solid. No, overall it was a pretty good day. I did bring out my championship team from the year before. Same guys. I'm pretty sure you had the same guys as well too.
Yep. And we had Team Vibes 2.0.
And you tied for third with like a four-way tie.
Yeah.
Ended up being like a four-way tie. So you had to tie for third. And we were able to pull it off. We'll say Anthony and I, good friend of the show, Anthony, Fairway Fit Cup guy with us. He's coming down there as one of our captains this year. Me and him were able to be good vibes for my two players that came in. But in all honesty, we actually all four of us played pretty solid on our team. We
was Anthony using his putting alignment tool again?
Steve?
Yes.
Yeah, he did early on. We made him just hit some and try to figure it out as well too. We were in some we were definitely hitting it closer early on. By the end, it was, trying to make those 25 footers. You're just not going to make a lot of those, even if you got 4 tries at them.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's where we kind of stalled out. We got up. We were 5 under through 5, I think 7 under through 9, and then we kind of just stalled out the rest of the way to finish 11 or 12 under. But was able to take home a pretty sweet trophy.
Oh yeah,
right here behind us. is you got that the trophy still showing right next to you, my Fairway Fit Cup trophy as well too.
With the Tiger Woods leg bands.
You got the leg bands on there, and it is from the Duffers Classic of 1988.
It was actually a classic.
And it's from the Bogey Flight Championship.
That's my style.
So
right
this was a hand-me-down trophy from a good friend of ours, and that he had many trophies in his house, and he was giving those away. So it was pretty cool. It was actually pretty fun. To actually have a golf guy on top, I was shocked. I thought when I heard there was hand-me-down trophies,
we should take it off and put a little like hockey player on top.
I thought it could have been a bowling guy. I when we heard we were getting the hand-me-down trophies, I was like, I have no idea.
I thought 100% it was going to be a baseball, like a Lower Loudon Little League trophy
been
or something
cool.
like that.
That would have been actually pretty funny since most of us played either together at around that time. So, but no, great tournament. Jack did a great job. Had a little get together in the grill or tavern. Is it a grill or tavern afterwards?
I think we were in the grill.
Yeah, I will say that
the tavern is the back room.
Yeah, I will say that building, and I still can't figure it out. It's a little bit of a maze. When you walk in the door,
bit at times, yeah.
Anthony and I both, we ended up in the fitness room, then we ended up in the golf simulator room, and then we found the pro shop. But I don't know, did we tell you like some guy stole our cart to start the round? Oh yeah, yes. You were helping us find it. Yeah, some random guy took our cart, and we ended up running into him in the parking lot. I was like, "Hey man, do you think we can have our cart? That's actually our names on it." And he goes, "No, I'm handicapped. You guys can go get a different cart. We have to walk and go get our bags now. Is there any way maybe you can have a cart ready for us when we get back?" He goes, "Yeah, no." And yeah, we never saw that guy again. He just did nothing he wanted to do with giving us.
Sorry about your bad luck, guy.
So, which I would have walked, but Anthony has like, he had no way. And actually, I didn't want to walk.
And let's face it, you can't scream and yell at a handicap guy.
No, and was he? I mean, I'm not saying he was lying to us, but it wasn't like he had something where it was noticeable. Okay, so he wanted to basically have the no cart zones.
The GPS off where you didn't have to hit reverse and back up anywhere.
Yeah, which we were actually in a couple times. So
oh yeah, I ended up there too a couple times where I had to reverse back.
I think
weird spots.
And you'll like this. I actually had Anthony drive, which is very rare. He never likes to drive. And we got stuck in one, and he goes, "Screw it," and we drove backwards for 70 yards just to get all the way there. Steve's like, "Everything okay?" He goes, "Yep, we're good." So, but
I once had my very first car that I bought. Side note, transmission went in it, and I was at Jason's house, and I drove my car all the way home in reverse because it wouldn't go into
the Mustang.
Yep, the very first Mustang that I had.
Okay,
I had to drive down Algonquin Parkway and everything like that in reverse. And I remember I pulled into my house. My dad was in the garage smoking cigs as usual, and immediately was just like, "What in the world are you doing?" And I was like, "Yeah, won't go in a drive." So I just rode it in reverse the entire way. And he was like, "From where?" And I was like, "Oh, Jason's house." And he was like, "Wait, you're on main highways in this?" And I was like, "Yep."
I mean, as long as you're not on Route 7, I think you'd be okay.
Exactly. It was fine. It was perfectly
fine. Although Algonquin Parkway, let's be honest, was a pretty big road back then. Now
and back then you didn't have reverse camera, so I was
oh my god,
whole way home.
And not that I thought of the camera, but that's not one kid nowadays would be able to do this. They would not have been able to do it.
Supposedly now, talking to like the driver's ed teachers, you fail if you put your arm behind it to turn, like to back up.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
No smooth move for guys nowadays when they take girls out to like, be like, well, I'm sorry today.
You can still stop short, be okay.
Yeah, that's true.
So, all right, but we're getting together. This is our final episode of season 2 here. So we're going to have a little bit of an end of the year wrap up, a season wrap up for us. And, one thing that I asked you, probably should have asked you earlier today, but I did it about 15 minutes ago. I said, hey, go ahead and give me one word that can wrap up your season this year. One word, without looking at stats, without looking at anything. What is one word that can wrap up your season? And I guess tell me why you chose that word.
I'm going to say, I think this is one word, roller coaster. Is that hyphenated or is that all one word? I don't know.
I
I'd have
like
to
it.
look that one
I like it. One word.
up. But
Conjunction function. I think that makes it
yeah,
a
yeah,
compound word.
exactly. I mean, I'm pretty sure roller coaster is one word. At least how I spell it.
Yeah.
Um,
Let's roll.
but I would say basically, once again, I mean, started with a very just horrific spring and then, settled down, started playing well. And then for some reason, towards the fall, like end of summer and into fall, it seems like my game just falls apart again, where not really like where it falls apart where I just seem like I don't know how to play golf, but it's like my scoring ability just goes
Yeah.
away. Where like I go from basically having like a solid like month and a half where I'm in, high 80s and dropping down. I had the 70s round,
Mhm.
and then I get to the point where, all right, now I'm throwing up nothing but like 91s and 92s and can't break 80 to save my life. And it's all, it's not even like having
Yeah.
huge blow up holes. Like I still have a blow up
Yeah.
hole
I mean,
here and there, but like
everybody does.
basically it's more so just like, all right, I'm not getting up and down to save, you know, par, or I'm not getting up and down to save bogey even. It's like, all right, I'm having a bad shot that's costing me, and then like I'm chipping and it's too far away and I'm missing putts.
Right. Yeah.
Um,
No, I
but
like, I actually I like it. I'm gonna add to it is I don't think it's one of the newer roller coasters where there's like 2 massive hills. I think it's an old school Rebel Yell from like King's Dominion
yeah.
type where at the end of it, it wasn't really like any big hills. It was just kind of like the wavy up and down.
Hmm.
And a little bit, if you look at it too, I think that if you look at your practice regimen, it's going to mimic your roller coaster of your scores.
Yeah.
When you we're climbing hard, a lot of anticipation going into the year, and got
Yep.
way up there in the clouds, and with the handicap, and then it dropped really quickly. Actually, I mean, it wasn't like it was something that took you a while to do. I think within like a
Yeah. I think
6 to 10 round
I
stretch.
want to say I probably went from like a 17 to an 11 in like 3 weeks,
Yeah, so I was gonna say 6 to
2
10
weeks.
rounds, if not even that much, but, great rounds, and then it kinda just was like a kinda like a wave. I mean, when you played a
Yeah,
couple times.
stalled out and then basically just didn't have anything to drop it down.
Yeah, so but yeah, I like that's a good one, that's a good one. So if I had to wrap up my season with one word, and this was before I looked at all the stats, my one word was incomplete. I feel like I left a lot of golf out on the table where I felt like I was going to be a little bit better than where I'm sitting at right now. Um, when I ended up going back and looking at the stats, that's probably maybe not the right word, but in my head it was. And I think it's more or less in the last month, I've played some pretty tough conditions. And I haven't scored really well. I think I'm hitting the ball fine. I haven't scored really well. So, but started off pretty mediocre. Went up a little bit with the handicap, and then had a pretty big drastic drop, kind of like yours did as well too. And I got pretty low. I mean, I got lower than I ever been in my whole life. But I casually kept climbing. Again, I think when you look at my practice schedule, I think that would dictate a lot of it as well too. With the sports getting back into it in the fall, it just kept kind of climbing, and I kind of felt like I was forcing rounds, forcing opportunities to score, opposed to just going out there and playing golf, kind of like when you would do in the summer when we have a little bit more
Right.
time. So, I use the word incomplete, use the word roller coaster. Actually, I think pretty
I will
spot
say
on.
this, I just looked it up. Roller coaster is not one word.
What?
So I'll just
We're
use
hyphenating it.
I'll use undulating.
Oh, man,
Undulation.
undulation.
I'll bring in a golf term into it.
Yeah.
Undulation.
Yeah. I'm sticking with roller coaster being one word. I'm gonna roll with it. Let's roll with it.
It was one of the top hits on Google though. Is it spelled roller coaster one word or roller coaster?
Interesting.
So
Look at that.
I'm not the only one that thought it was
We're
one word.
trending right now. We're trending on the
I
word
would
roller
I would
coaster.
I would get the bell at the spelling bee. I don't think I ever got out of my class on that one anyways.
So let's talk stats. We are very fortunate we both use Grint. to keep a lot of our stats. Can't say I've been the best at doing it lately, but I do usually put my total number in there. But overall, I think it gives me a good number. And then, of course, obviously, we have our handicap, and the GIN app has done actually has really gotten a lot better over the last couple of years. I've thought about actually replacing it with my Grint. You can kind of do a lot of the similar things on it, a one-stop shop. But I have not. I still like using Grint throughout the round with everything. Wow, the flyovers, the GPS, it seems to be, it's just a quick look, and then before you pull out the rangefinder in case you need something there. So, but before we get to our stats, let's try to make sure we're still trying to work on growing here. We got a lot of stuff going on with our podcast. Although we're coming to an end of season 2, let's try to make sure we're getting some everyone's going to like and subscribe. Click follow us, do whatever you got to do on all our social media accounts. We're out there: Instagram, TikTok, Facebook.
We'll still be busy on the gram, and
yeah, we're still going to be busy. We're not going anywhere.
Twitter.
We're just going to, with the weather changing, although we got 60 degrees tomorrow, we got 30 degrees on Friday. So it's not going to be out and about as much with our competitions, but make sure to check us out, follow us, subscribe, check out our shop that is going to be open here within the next few days, and maybe check something out for the holidays that are coming up, and make sure you're still going to look good next year on the golf course. So make sure to like and subscribe.
Get yourself fairway fitted.
There we go. There we go. So stats, I'm a stats guy. Being a baseball guy, I love stats. I love bringing out stats. Even sometimes if I make them up, I still like them. So let's go over some stats. What, go ahead. What are you looking at? Are you looking at Grint?
Yep.
All right. Let me pull mine up. I'm right there with you.
My handicap currently is an 11.3.
Okay.
I bottomed out this year at 11.2, as I said.
What is your anti-handicap? Anti-cap?
Handicap is 20.7, which is not great.
Well, is it? So let's make sure we say this right. The anti-cap is your highest last 8 rounds in the 20.
Right.
Okay. All right. So I'm sitting at a 2.2.
Indicates ability during a bad round.
This is the worst shot I could have had.
Exactly.
So no, I'm sitting at a.
I can play anywhere between an 11 and a 20 in a round. This is awesome.
Sitting at a 2.2. I did get down to a 1. I did not get underneath a 1. I got down to a 1. And then my anti-handicap. Oh, so my highest, I'm sorry, was a 5.3. But my anti-handicap sits at an 8.9. So, like I said, I used my word incomplete before I really looked at the stats. I can't really be that disappointed. I mean, if you really think about it, this is 2 years of us committing to golf, like really, really committing to golf and getting better. And we're both, I mean, what would you say in the top? It's like 8% of golfers. I mean, you can't be that upset of where we're sitting. So.
I'm probably creeping more towards 10%.
We'll see. I like the 8. I wanted to say less than 10%. I got you. So average scores. I'm scrolling to the right. Is that what you're doing?
Yep.
So what is your average score?
My average scores on par 3s, you talking about?
I just have it overall average score. The big one in the circle. Do you not have that?
I don't have that one. Oh, wait. No, I'm sorry. Yes, I do. Yep. Average scoring for the year so far has been a 91.9.
Okay. I'm sitting at a 79.3.
Yeah, that's pretty darn good.
Yeah.
And that's it. And the Grint tells me on everything. That's a weakness. I should be aiming for a average of 86.8. I was during my time, I did drop that down.
What should you be averaging?
All the way down. 86.8.
Okay, so I learned what that is.
An 87.
I learned why it's the weakness. It's because of penalty shots and out of bounds balls and stuff. Like that.
Oh yeah.
So that's what it is. So my it is a weakness of mine too. I should be averaging 77.3. It looks like on the front I'm about.
So you're saying next year I should only be giving you 10 strokes if we both hit that average.
I'll take 10. I'll take 10. 10 I would have. 10, you would have been wearing something a little bit different last night.
I was about to say, if I gave you 10 next year, I might as well start picking out my outfit for Turkey Shootout next year.
You know what I saw today? I don't know if I would do outfit. I think I would make you have to get all single size clubs, like Bryson clubs.
That's an expensive damn
No,
thing.
you just have to go put it like extensions in all your stuff and then just get them taken out afterwards.
What if I went out and played lights out,
I know
though?
you'd be keeping. Hey, what's up? What size is
like,
that? 37.5. Everything, all the way through driver.
that might actually help my driver. I do want to play with the idea of shortening my driver.
We'll get a mini driver. Is that shortening your driver?
No, not a mini driver. I want the same size head, just shorter shaft. Something not many people say.
All right. So front nine, I averaged. It says 15.5. I don't know what that means. 15.7 plus 1 plus 2. All right. I don't know what that means. All right. It's par threes. I averaged a 3.4, par fours 4.4, and par fives was a 5.0 on mine. So I was in range on 2 of them, and then I had a strength on the par fives.
I was weak on everything. I was 3.9 on par threes, 5.2 on par fours, 6.1 on par fives. So those were weaknesses, obviously, throughout, considering especially when I was just playing bogey golf for a majority of it.
Yeah.
I did not play a single par 3 that was 250 or above.
Yeah, I'm not going down there. That's too much. That's getting way into it. So if we scroll to the right, putting averages. What did you average putts per round?
35.6. And even though our target is 33,
right.
I had plenty of like rounds where I was shooting like I mean the Locust Hill round I had I think I had 29 that day.
I think so.
And whatnot, but as far as throughout 18 holes, 12.2 putts, 3.2 1 putts, and 0 putts. Don't chip in much. Had 3 putts on 2.6%.
Did you chip in at all this year? Can you remember?
Yes.
There you go.
Did. Just off the green. It wasn't any distance or anything like that. I know, but it wasn't anything cool.
I guess you would call
it like a 60-yard chip.
I think I would call that a hold out.
Yeah, you hold out.
Chip in, hold out. I would say that's a little bit of a difference.
I chipped in, I think, on 13 at South Riding one round.
Okay.
And I think I chipped in for
par
or bogey.
Par or bogey. All right.
It wasn't like I chipped in for birdie.
I averaged 31.7 putts. I think 32 was my number. Maybe it was 31. I don't 100% remember. I would say the only one thing I liked here is my 3 putts per round is 1.2. So I thought that was pretty good. I had 0.10 putts. Well, I guess putting from the fringe and making that is considered
right.
So I was thinking I chipped in, but I did not. So I think I did. I actually did chip in a couple times. I think the last one was with you at Stone Lee on number 4. Remember, I was above the hole, which made no sense on why that went in. The hole must have gotten in the way. But it says I was in range on my putts. My goal was 31.4. Or no, the range was 31.4, and I was 31.7. So, not too bad. What else we got here? Driving accuracy. Where are you sitting?
Oh, 29%.
29%. All right. I'm sitting at 50%. I think that's kind of where I wanted to be. I think maybe 56% is where I wanted, but 50%. Where's your biggest miss? Which way?
I'm right, 34%, left 28%.
Okay, I was right, 26. How many short?
4%.
I was 3%. How many long?
2%.
I was 5%. I got you on that one. I do have a couple here.
Big power guy.
I have a couple here at Stone Lee, though. We know it really narrows down there. So it looks like it was a weakness on 50%. Is a weakness for me. I need to be. My target is 56%. So
yeah, my target is 51%.
Okay. And you were 29.
It's like, ooh. Now I will say this: left and right. I mean, I don't mind playing out of the rough.
As long as it's not how many far right and far left.
far right 3%, far left 1%.
All right.
Those are probably OB shots.
Yeah. Okay. It's not really not that bad.
I don't have any mishits. I'm probably just. I mean, probably all of my far. Probably all of my far right, far left, my left, and my right are all considered mishits.
Yeah, I just not counted
that. Would a miss hit averaging 61% might be, or 7. That might be a little extreme on that one. Right. Yeah, 71% of your drives are miss hits. Yeah.
Head two to the right, so greens in regulation.
Mm-hmm. This can be a gross one too.
All right, for your
36%.
36%. So I'm 54%.
Oh, that's a strength.
Yours?
Average greens and reg strength. Because nice. I should be hit at about 32%.
Nice. I was 53, so I'm just above I'm in my range. So it says I need 9.8 greens per round.
I'm a strength in par threes and par fours for greens and reg, but weakness in par fives, which is bad.
Well, that's not good because usually
there's not. I was about to say there's not really a lot of par fives that I feel like I should not be able to get there in 3. That's just me missing an approach shot,
or not even an approach shot. It's probably you missing off the tee, not giving.
Could be, yeah.
So I'm in range on par threes at 43%, strength on par fours at 55%, and then I'm in range on par fives with 65%.
Yeah, strength on par threes 41, par fours 33, strength, and then weakness 36.
Okay, here's a good one. If you go down just a little
bit, fairway and non-fairway.
Yeah, it's a good one.
From the fairway, I'm 57% on par fours and par fives, and par off the fairway, I'm 25%.
Okay, I was 76% from the fairway, 56% from off the fairway. So I need to hit more fairways.
Yeah.
I mean, I just made the game easier. Just put the ball in the fairway. Let's see. Approach shot, accuracy, 52%. It looks like I miss all around.
Yeah, I miss pretty much short, long. Actually, no, I'm just short and right.
I don't have too many long ones. 18% short. That's not good. Not good at all. Penalties. Average penalties per round.
7.7.
Now
I will say this: like, I don't get why they cause like a greenside or a fairway bunker as a half penalty shot. I really don't.
What's a hazard?
Well, I know, but I don't know why they call that a penalties. It's not really a penalty. I mean,
but
yes, I understand that it probably sucks towards your score.
Yeah,
it sucks towards your score, but at the same time, like, a fairway bunker. You mean to tell me that if I miss the fairway and I hit in the bunker, I'm just getting caught twice? My penalty, like
a fairway bunker. Well, I mean, if you hit in a fairway bunker and then you hit in a fairway green, it's probably one full shot.
Right.
You're probably gonna, I don't disagree, but it is a hazard. So
target needs to be 3.1, and I'm at 7.7. So that's my biggest lost balls dropping a shot.
Mine was 1.6 and my target was 1.9. So I'm actually pretty good at that. I did hit a lot of balls out of bounds this year on 17 and made bogey. So, it could be just a birdie if I keep it in play, but
it's true.
Scrambling. I have 45% scramble up and down. So that's pretty good, actually, right? Is that what that would be? So I get up and down 45% of the time? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually better than I thought it would be.
23%. So in range on that one, 23. So I should be at 24% target, but greenside bunker, I'm 20%.
Oh, there we go.
That's a weakness. Fairway bunker, I'm 0%. That's a weakness. And water hazards, I'm 50%.
Well, how you gonna get up? Oh, okay. I was gonna say, how are you getting down from a water hazard? But I get, okay, yeah. I get it.
I'm like God. I walk on water. I
get it now. My target was 41%, sitting at 45%. Greenside bunker, I only get up 1 out of 4 times. Fairway bunkers 50% of the time. Maybe I just don't hit that many. Water hazard, I was 0. So weakness, strength, and weakness. Putts after a green side bunker is 1.5. Putts on par saves chances 1.6. Putts on bogey chances 1.5. Okay.
1.9, 1.9, 1.8.
So we need to get up and down better. Shot distance.
Do you have any drinking performance?
I think we only did that like one time.
Yeah, I haven't done any of it, so maybe I need to start doing that.
Streaks. Go to streaks.
Yeah.
3 putt free. What is your highest one?
25.
So that is holes, right? We're looking at
25 holes. Yep. I went from Hidden Creek, hole 14, to Rock Harbor,
where do you have
hole
that?
2.
Where does it say that?
You just got to click on the one.
Oh, and I lost it. Clicked me right out of it. I had 41, but I don't know what that all means. Let's see.
How about fairways and reg?
Okay.
I'm at 3.
So you hit down and you went fairways and reg.
Yep.
I had 7.
Okay. Greens and reg?
Not greens and reg. This one I remember.
That's 6.
6. I had one on 13.
Oh, that's solid.
I think I remember that round too. Was there another one?
Here's where mine gets just dicey. Double bogey free.
Bogey free.
The highest I've gone is 8 holes in a row.
I had a 39-hole stretch and a 25-hole stretch.
Oh.
And two couple 14s.
How about 3 putt free?
Ooh, this one may not. I don't think so. Oh, we did that one. That was the first one we did. 41 was my high.
I went 16.
Is there anything else on there? Triple bogey free. I hope. Okay, perfect. Triple bogey free. 134.
12.
So
there's a little bit of a difference.
That will go into those penalty shots. Those penalty shots on that one.
Yeah, those penalty shots are just kicking my butt on that one.
So, all right, that's some crazy stats. I mean, so I will say, roller coaster probably it really does fit your year well. I may be a little off on the incomplete. Because let's go over from our stats to our goals. You know, we had a couple goals going into the year. I actually went back through our notes and I have your goals, and we had 2 major ones is kind of what your focus was. Outside of our fitness stuff, which we even touched base a little bit today. I think both of us are still crushing the fitness stuff. I will say I am still every day this year being able to go in early, work out and run. I have cut back a lot on miles, but I don't.
Oh yeah.
But I'm okay with that. I'm actually pushing the mile a little bit more, and then actually adding in like sprint walk type stuff, laps as well too. So I still every once in a while I'll go probably once a week. I go up to 3 miles. It's never really twice a week, but there are a couple times where I'll do like 2 miles here, 2 miles there. But I really like the 1 mile, and then and with a little bit of sprint, either a hard whole mile or kind of start off a little bit slower and then pick it up as the day goes on. So
you got to try that Norwegian 4x4, where it's like 4 minutes run hard, 4 minutes like jog, everyday pace.
Could do that.
And then you do that for like, I think it's
20 minutes.
I think it's 4 rounds. And that's supposed to basically boost not only your cardiorespiratory endurance, but also your
when I was doing a lot of running.
Yeah,
when I was doing a lot of running, it was a lot of like 5 and 3, 4. Like it was a lot of stuff like that. So still having some knee issues. I think I got not tendonitis. It was tendonitis in the knee, and so I'm doing a lot of icing on them in different areas. And my stretches, some days I feel good, some days I feel bad. I don't. Part of it could be old age. Part of it, I probably should get them actually checked to get on a little more of a PT regimen. But I'm still squatting, still doing my deadlifts. Like I feel great during the exercises. I have to say that first one, it's a little rickety on the way down. A lot of cracks and moans. But after,
you gotta check out Dr. Clay. He might be able to hit you up, get you going.
And then, but overall, the fitness stuff we've been crushing. But these were our goals, and I'm going to read your goals off to you. And it was goal number 1 was a round in the 70s, and then goal number 2 was a single digit, obviously by the end of the year. And one thing we have been chasing is always to get better at golf. I mean, we want our handicap to get down. I will say, before we get into the actual numbers, both of us are better golfers than we were 2 years ago. Like, hands down, understanding our golf swings, playing the game a little bit more methodically, and everything is definitely a better than I've ever been. And
I drink way less. I can tell you that much now.
Get locked in, except on the birdie juice.
Yes, that's true. But as we just found out, I'm more so of the triple bogey juice.
I was wondering, it didn't have a stat like how many birdies we made or anything like that. But anyway, so
that usually comes out in like the year in review in January.
Right. We'll have an update when that call comes out. That's right. I forgot about that. So
maybe we do a New Year's show.
Rounds in the 70s. You were able to check that off. So tell us about that round.
It is. I mean, that was one of those rounds where I just kind of went out and was playing fun with some guys. It wasn't really competing or anything. It was just, it was Keena was out there, and he was new to the game, and I was just kind of trying to talk him through some stuff. Not really, because it was super quiet. It was like a super quiet 78. Like, it was basically like I kind of like was playing and recording my scores, and like as I got towards the end of it, I was like, dang, I was like, I'm only like 4 over.
Where was it? South Riding?
No, this was at Pleasant Valley.
Pleasant Valley. That's right. Your actual,
because I think I turned around and
tried to go back
and tried to play it again for that summer season week, and I think I went back there and shot like an 84. Yeah, I mean, it was quiet. It wasn't like I was having birdies or anything like that. It was just like, lots of pars. I had, I think, a bogey or 2, but had like 2 birdies where, made a long putt or just chipped it really close. And had, tap-ins type stuff, but was just kind of playing nothing super impressive where I was just, hitting the ball 500 yards or anything like that. But I was hitting fairways. If I remember correctly, I was something ridiculous, like 67% fairways that day. I was like 58% greens and rag. Just going off the top of my head.
Well, boring golf is really the goal, right?
But that's what I mean, is like, there was nothing impressive that I was doing, because even like afterwards, like Keena was like, shot like a 110, and I looked at him and I was like, yeah, with an asterisk. And he's like, well, we didn't have to count all of those. And I was like, yeah, I got you. I was like, just whatever you do, write on the scorecard, whatever's going to bring you back tomorrow. But he was like, well, what'd you end up shooting? I was like, I shot a 78. I was like, that's the best round I've had in years. And he was like,
best round ever?
Really?
No,
I think 76 is like my best. And that was years and years ago, probably 9-10 years ago. Like, he was like, it didn't. I was like, it didn't seem it to me either. I was like, I knew I was playing low towards the last 2. I knew that I had to, like, I didn't have to blow up on 18 or 17 and 18 in order to like shoot in the 70s. I was like, I had that in my mind. Yes, can't blow up, but like, I mean, on 17 there, I still went driver and put it over the middle of the fairway traps. And ended up sticking it close. I almost birdied that hole, but it lipped out, tapped in, and then
dude, a birdie there, being 3 under your goal, going in on the 18 at Pleasant Valley would have made you feel like on top of the world, because that's an easy ball to hit into the water and make double on. So I mean, at least you're taking double. Like, if I take a double, okay, that's fine. I'm still one on.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it was a solid day. I mean, it was good weather and good guys out there and stuff. Like, nobody was really out there, like, trying to shoot a low number, but it just kind of was one of those days where it happened.
So, and the other one obviously was our handicap, getting our goal down to that single digit. Look up on again and tell us where you started the year and where you currently are right now. I think you said this year's, but let's see where we're finishing up.
11.3 right now.
11.3
right
right now.
The low was 11.2.
Okay.
Let me find where I actually climbed to.
You might have to look at last year's rewind.
Yeah.
It's a quick little, I think, download, and it does it.
Handicap history. Let's see. Actually, I was only as high as 16
this year.
So
your high was a 16, but what did you end the year last year at? Do you know?
13.1.
13.1. So we're dropping a whole 10%.
Yeah.
Right. So I mean, that's pretty good increase. I mean,
what's crazy is I went from a 15.9 at one point down to a 12.8 in
2 rounds,
5 days.
There you go. So what's another one? So what's your highest round last year? It's your highest round this year. What was that?
Ooh, let's see that.
So that should be right on below, right where it says.
Yeah, the 2024.
Yeah, you got to change the date. And then another one I want to see is the amount of rounds. Scoring rounds, obviously.
Right. Last year, scores posted was 41.
Okay.
And average 18 holes was 93.2. So that's lower.
What's your high? Year. What's your high? It should say right next to it. Doesn't say it?
Hold on. Highest last year was 102.
What's the highest this year? Oh, I think you have more than 102.
Yeah, I do. Definitely had a bad round this year. I think I had like a 103.
Okay. So 102 last year, 103, and you played 41 rounds last year. How many have you scored so far this year? I mean, I know we got a month left, but it's not going to be more than a pick and choose handful more.
Yeah.
Should be right under stats, right? But you can't do revisions. You got to do the calendar year 2025.
Right. Why do I feel like this is going to be easier in Grint?
I found it pretty easy, and again, I thought it was just right where you put stats. And you do 2025. It could be stats and scores.
Yeah, you're right.
So it should have your high round there. Should have how many rounds you played too.
Yeah. $2025 scores. Why is it not loading?
Nothing?
Oh, my high this year was 101.
101
as well.
Okay, so that's still better. And then you don't have the rounds right next to that?
34 in this year. Now, ton of rounds once again.
Well, we had a ton last year not scored. It's 22.
Right.
So
I'm probably about even. I would say probably number of rounds I played last year, number of rounds I played this year, maybe give or take a few. I might actually be a few lower just because didn't get out for couple of those rounds.
I thought it took you a little longer to
year.
get started this year than it did last year. And I also thought in the summer it wasn't as heavy as you've been in the past. So probably right around what I expect. I actually thought your rounds would be a little closer to where you were last year. I thought you were going to be a little bit more spread out than last year. So, but overall, I mean, we have an increase or a decrease in everything, which is the right direction for the handicap. So my stats, or excuse me, my goals, I wanted an even par round or better, and I wanted to finish sub 3 handicap. And I was able to hit both of those. When I looked up the handicap, I actually thought I wanted to finish sub 2, which I did not. So I started my year last year, or excuse me, I ended the year last year at a 3.2, and I'm currently sitting at a 2.2 handicap. So I was able to drop a whole point, which
that's a lot harder at your level.
It is. And again, I kind of, when people ask, how you've been playing, I'm like, well, it's kind of like I was in baseball. I was a pretty streaky hitter. I could be a 600 hitter that went into some major slumps to hit 300s. And I did. I've had a couple stretch. I was able to hit that even par round twice. And I think I did it within like 10-day span. And I even during that span, I think 75, 76 were bad rounds. I had a stretch where I was playing really well. So last year, my highest round was a 94. This year, my highest round was a 91, which is not too long ago. And then I had scored rounds again last year was a 92. Scored rounds so far is 63. Again, we both play a lot of tournaments / scrambles competitions where we're not scoring. I do know one of my statistical goals was to play more games on the golf course where I wasn't actually worrying as much about score, to try to be, put that pressure on to make more birdies or do like your own ball scramble. I do think Brian and I we did a lot of that stuff this year. So I wonder if the rounds played are closer than they maybe seem. But I was a little shocked to be 30 rounds less scored. But then again, I thought about it too. At the end of summer last year, if you remember, I was trying to score every day. And so I don't know if I did that as much this year. And then having the little guy out there, I felt like I did a lot of things where it was like me and him versus our other one, and go from there. So I wonder if the rounds are actually more equivalent, but yeah. So overall, I mean, we had 4 goals. We hit 3 of them. You're a whole 1.3 away from hitting your goal. Well, I guess 1.4, right? Away from hitting your goal mathematically, which is one more round in the 70s, I'd say. I mean, if you went out tomorrow and shot 78, you probably would be there, depending on obviously what falls off. But I mean, overall, we've made some pretty good progress. So here's the ultimate question. We've been at this for 2 years. We've done a lot of things we've been able to accomplish. We are on all our social media accounts. We have a YouTube channel. We talk about golf. I mean, we basically golf. I mean, if I don't go one day without thinking about golf, when's the next time I could play? How am I going to get better? Watching something on YouTube, whatever it is. Are we up for the challenge to do this again next year?
I say run it back.
Run it back.
I mean, I got one goal, and now I gotta come up with a better goal.
Yeah, you did end last year on a high note. You won the final major, and you continued that hot streak until the final major this year. So I was able to steal that back from you. So we are 1-1 in our overall competitions. I'd like to see more of us pairing up a little bit.
Yeah.
And I'd like to see us taking on a couple people a little bit more there and there. So I think that's something on the docket we can try next year. But I'm all in. Let's run it back. What we're going to do is we're going to put together that plan. I will say we both made a major commitment of writing down a practice plan. I would have to being educators, right? I have to give myself a grade of a D-. I mean, I'm not going to say I failed at it. I would say I need to get a little bit more locked in on having the more mental preparation of not just, I don't know, picking it up and going over there, but maybe knowing that I need to do that. And I know I got a big plan. I've done some stuff at the house where I have that availability, which we'll touch base on over this off season. But I think that's something we both could probably do.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, we plan everything else out. I mean, as we have lesson plans, we plan our days out. We just need to make sure we have that time a little bit more committed to practice. I really think so. And
practice.
Yeah,
talking about
practice. So, but I'm looking forward to it. We're running back next year. So, overall, pretty big success. What do you think?
I think so. I mean, obviously not where I wanted to be, but at the same time, like, baby steps are baby steps. I'm not going the opposite direction. Unfortunately, I seem to start the year going the opposite direction.
Well, we both did. We both did. I went up. I mean, I went up probably a higher percentage than you went up. I mean, I went from a 3 to like a 5.5 at one time, and then too bad we couldn't play our majors when I was a 5.5.
Yeah, that might have helped a little bit.
Might help. I would think I was pretty high on one of them, and you still beat me, so I can't say too much.
I think the highest you were on one of them was like a 4 or 5. And that was probably one where I was like an 18.
Could have been. I don't know.
Because that's the only way that it would have worked where you were a 4 or 5. It would have pushed me up all the way to like an 18.
Yeah, I'd like to see us expand our courses as well too. Maybe try to find some new areas. Maybe get some people on here to help us get to some new areas as well too. But that is all to come. So you're going to have to make sure you check in.
Or a simple overnight trip.
There we go. We can do it. I know a guy that works for Top 100 Courses that might have us a little connection to get somewhere. But excited to keep going. I got something going on which you know about, but we'll save it for our viewers for later on. That golf every day could be in the works, and it's something that
jealous.
You're gonna be there soon enough, and the invite is always there. I mean, I still got the cot in the basement from episode 1. We talked about
you never know. Episode 1, I might be living close to you, and
well, I'm saying if you go back to episode 1,
a member of a club that you belong to.
You go back to episode 1, the offer to live in the basement is there. I mean, it hasn't changed. You may have some people down there bugging you a little bit more, but it's definitely there. So, but man, been a great year. Appreciate everything.
There might be a woman at your door with a chainsaw ready to kill me as well.
Appreciate to all our listeners. Thanking to all the people that have supported us. We are excited. We are working with some new sponsors next year. We have a lot of things in the works. Got our store up and running. Make sure to check us out at fairwayfitgolf.com, where we are trying to make sure you look good, feel good, you play good. We have workouts on there. Our apparel will be up and running here in the next few days. Pick yourself something up for the off season. And man, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of hard to keep me away. I got a tournament on Friday, high of 37 right now. So I'm working on getting the heater ready to go, and we'll figure it out from there.
Propane tank?
It's going to have one. Might be attached to the windshield in front. With Anthony and I are going out again, so we're going to figure it out. But I don't know. Great time. Look forward to start of season 3. Until then, everybody have great holidays. Stay safe and try to hit them straight.